Dung David doesn't usually water his coffee farm by hand, but the dam he relies on has dried up, and that's not the only challenge affecting coffee production. Dung says attacks from herders on farmers and a lack of support from the government are also a problem.
Security is a very, very big challenge for us, and I think it's something that needs to be looked upon. The climate change too, you could see that in one of the farms that we have where the dam is completely dried. And if you look closely to the farm, to the coffee, you get to see that the flowering are about to flower where the coffee will start producing. But because of lack of water and so many lack of support systems, we can't be able to meet up those things. So these are our challenges that we are facing as farmers.
According to the West Africa Specialty Coffee Association, demand for Nigeria's coffee is rising in the international market, especially from countries like Japan and Canada. Yet the organization says Nigeria falls short of meeting its annual coffee demand. Last year, the country's revenue from coffee amounted to only approximately $36 million, significantly below the potential of $2 billion projected by the association. Conflicts between farmers and herders, the effects of climate change, and the rising cost of farming inputs like fertilizer are all blamed for the country's inability to ramp up exports. In December of last year, more than 200 people, predominantly farmers, were killed by gunmen in Plateau State. Thousands of people have been displaced and are now taking refuge in camps and no longer cultivating their land in the coffee-producing state. Also, analysts say the crop has not enjoyed the much-needed attention from the government.
The potential is huge, only that the endowments has not been tapped by the federal government. No, if government pays attention, we can generate billions of naira. Plateau State and all these states that is producing coffee, they will generate a lot of money. And coffee is a very simple crop. It's very easy to farm. It's not like other crops.
Experts urge the government to quickly address the problems that have kept coffee farmers away from their farms.
Tackle insecurity headlong. Insecurity, specifically farmer-herder conflict, to ensure that farmers are back to the farm. Then the issue of arresting climate change to ensure that the flooding does not affect farmland. Then give enough incentive to farmers in terms of loan, in terms of fertilizer, which they've been doing, and then increase the agricultural technology, how to boost agricultural production and the food preservation.
Nigeria's government says it has deployed over 10,000 security personnel across farms in the country to protect farmers against attacks.
And while there's no specific loan facility for coffee farmers, the government has allocated over $800,000 in the 2024 budget to set up the National Agricultural Development Fund. The fund is expected to provide financial support to farmers to increase food production, ensure food security, and develop sustainable agricultural practices in the country.
Producers like Dung say that pouring resources into the industry will give it the jolt it needs. Ajak Mangut, CGTN, Abuja.